Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm David. How you doing today? I'm doing another cooking recipe. This one's a crock-pot recipe. For all of you that are on the go, you're going to work, going to school, have errands to do, whatever it is you need to do. Work outside, whatever you need to cook something, but you don't have the time, so you put it in a crock-pot. See? And you can cook it slow for put 6 to 8 hours. Simple, easy stuff to do. This is cube steak. Okay, so I'll have the recipe in the description that's in below. Just click on the more where it says more in the bottom there, and it'll be in imperial measurements, American measurements. Sorry about that. Hopefully in translation, if you look down the bottom, you'll have translation. It'll be in metric for those of you who need it in metric form. Okay, so start off with cube steak. Now it calls for, see, nice beautiful cube steak. This is venison cube steak, okay, people? This is venison. It calls for beef, it's like that. But today I'm using venison for own personal preference, so it starts off with that, and you 1 onion and some mushrooms. We're gonna chop these up. Calls for Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire sauce, beef broth, some garlic and herb spices, some paprika, and some tomato paste. And later, after about an hour before it's done, you add some cornstarch, equal amounts of cornstarch and water in a cup, whisk it, and put it into the pot, mix it up, and make your gravy. Okay? So we're going to start off with this. I'm going to chop up some onions. Alright? Don't cry about it. It'll be fine. But yeah, just chop up some onions, and let's see how they score a lot of the stuff on all these cooking shows. Let's see if I can do this the way they do it. Okay? So down like this, down like this, down like this. But I guess the trick is not to cut all the way through the backside, so that, and then go like this. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Nice, pretty cut. Ooh. See? Look at that. Nice. See, I like that. That works. I'm going to do this more often. This is the first time I ever did this, people. See? Everything's all chopped up. Now it calls for you to put the cube steaks in there first. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, set the cube steaks into the crock pot in the bottom. Like so. Actually, hold on. I'm going to put the onions and the mushrooms in there first, okay, people? Hold on a second. Let me do something. Let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these chopped onions that I got here. I'm going to put them in this bowl, okay? So I can make room for me to chop up some mushrooms next, okay? So I'm going to put the onions and the mushrooms in the bottom first, and then I'm going to put the cube steaks on top of that. And then I put the mixture of the spices and the things like that, Worcestershire sauce and all that, I'll put that on top of the steak after that, okay? So let me set that aside over there. Get this. Hold on. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and use this because it's all going the same thing. Got some mushrooms. Let's get some mushrooms chopped up. Now this recipe calls for like 8 large mushrooms. So I'm just going to use 8 ounces, of mushrooms. So I'm going to chop all these up. And this might take a little while, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so now I have all my onions chopped up, all the mushrooms chopped up. I'm going to go ahead and get the crock pot. Okay? Now, see, got an old crock pot. Now, if you use a smaller version of crock pot, just cut the recipe in half. It's really easy to do, but this recipe calls for 6 pork chops, about 1.5 pounds, or 6 cube steaks, about 1 pound and a side of pork chops I'm going to bring. I love pork chops. But this cube steaks, like I said, this is venison, but it calls for 1.5 pounds of cube steaks, or, well, in this instance, we got 2 pounds. So it still works. Actually, yeah, it's just under 2 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the onions on the bottom. Okay, put the onions in here, like so, and add some of the mushrooms. I'll put about half in here, mix this all up like this, okay, like that, and I'm gonna start laying the cube steaks in here. Alright, so just like this, set them down in there, lay them down in there. Oh, these are beautiful steaks. Yes, they are. Look at that. Wonderful. So you got a nice little layering going on here. So I'm going to put some more mushrooms here. Got the first layer down. And we'll put some more mushrooms on top of that, like that. Okay? Put the rest of the steaks down. So this works just like this. See? Simple, easy. Just like that. Alright, so I'm going to take the rest of the mushroom, put it on top of that like that. Alright? Put this over here. Put this in the sink. Get it out of the way. Alright? Now, I'm going to set this over here on the counter. Let me get the camera. I'll show you what this is like. Hold on a second. So you can see it. See? Just like that. Alright? Let's go back here. Alright, so now I got this on a tripod, so it's a little off. Be a little bit alright. So, alright. So now in another bowl, you add 1.5 cups of beef broth. Alright. Put that in the bowl. Set this in the center. Tablespoon of, where's your sister sauce? Okay. Now this is a quarter cup. Now this is broken down in tablespoons. Okay. And it's this quarter cup, but it also has measurements for tablespoons. So 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Just like that. Boom. There we go. Not boom, yeah. You know what I mean. This calls for a tablespoon of, oh look, it is not been opened. So let's open this real quick. Okay, take this, just put a break in it like that. There we go. So I can open this up, move right off. Alright. 1 teaspoon of garlic and herb spices. Just like this. Alright, there's that. 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Okay. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. There's that. And that. Don't worry, I'm washing dishes when I'm done. So put that on there like that. And then it calls for 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Okay? That's what it calls for. Alright, put this in here. I'll use my finger, it'll be fine. There we go. I'll wash my hands always. No problem. See? Just like that. There's that. Alright, hold on. Okay. So then you get a whisk. Now you have all your ingredients in here. You whisk this all together. Like so. The aroma coming out of this is wonderful. Alright, so you got all this whisked up together. Grab this over here. Put this down. Put this on top of this, like so. See? See how this looks? Put this on top of this like this. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. Now, there we go. We have all that. Put them back on the tomato sauce paste. See? Let me show you this. See that? That stuff is going to be good. Now this is the meat portion of your meal. But see, you cook this on low. You can put it on low for 6 to 8 hours, or you can put it on high for 4 to 6 hours. Okay? And then when you come home, you take, oh, hold on, the dog's about to bark because delivery just pulled up. Okay, so like I said, after your meat is done, like I said, it takes anywhere from 4 to 8 hours, depending on whether you want to do fast or slow. Okay, an hour before it's done. So remember that an hour before it's done, grab yourself some cornstarch. See, it says cornstarch. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. Put it in a bowl, mix it. Okay, and then add that to the broth inside the crock pot and let it cook for an hour. Okay, and that'll thicken your sauce up. If it gets too thick, add a little bit of beef broth to it. It'll thin it right out. If it's still too thin, add a little bit of cornstarch to it until it thickens up. Your preference. Now, when that's done, you can make an instant rice to put on it, to put this on, the broth on it. You make mashed potatoes, you know, a polenta, whatever you want to do, you know. Just add the broth with it and, you know, on top of it. And it's going to turn out really, really well. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. And like I said, the descriptions, the recipe will be in the descriptions. I want to thank all of you for subscribing to my videos. I deeply appreciate it. And also thank you for all of your birthday wishes. Today's my birthday. And I'm a whole whopping 64 years old, people. But I enjoy, you know, doing these videos for you. I enjoy being out here on the farm doing these, you know, farm things. Oh, and my shirt. This is Silverdale, Alabama. When we went to my granddaughter's, Michaela's graduation in the Navy down in Pensacola, we went down there for her graduation. We took a side trip to Alabama to the alligator farm. It was wonderful. If you ever get a chance to go there, go. It's really, really great. Okay? All right, so again, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these videos. All right? And again, thank you. Take care. Bye.